Ordinary World is a long novel by Chinese writer Lu Yao, considered a classic in the history of Chinese literature, and won the third Maodun Literary Award in 1991. The novel is set in a Chinese rural village and tells the story of three generations of an ordinary family, reflecting the changes in society and people's lives since China's reform and opening up, as well as revealing the conflict and integration between traditional Chinese culture and modern civilization. The protagonist of the novel is Sun Shaoan, an ordinary young man from a rural village. Under pressure from his family, he abandons the opportunity to go to school and goes to the city to work for a living. In the city, he meets his first love, Fang Xiaoping, but because of the gap in social status and family obstacles, the two cannot get together. Eventually, Sun Shaoan returned to his hometown and inherited his family's business, becoming an agricultural technician and constantly exploring and innovating in his work, bringing new hope and opportunities to his hometown. In addition to Sun Shaoan, there are many other distinctive characters, such as Sun Shaoan's father, Sun Yao, Fang Xiaoping's father, Fang Yitai, and Sun Shaoan's best friend, Tian Runyi, among others. All of these characters have their own personalities and destinies, and their stories are interwoven to form a true and touching family saga. The language of the novel is simple and clear, poetic and infectious. Through his delicate descriptions and vivid character portrayals, author Lu Yao brings the reader into a real and vibrant world. His delicate brushwork depicts the inner world and emotional changes of the characters, allowing the reader to empathize and resonate with them. At the same time, the novel also contains rich cultural connotations and philosophies of life that readers will benefit from reading. In addition to its literary value, the novel has also been adapted into TV dramas and movies, which have been widely welcomed and praised. The television drama The Ordinary World was broadcast in mainland China and achieved extremely high ratings and word of mouth, and was regarded as a classic in the history of Chinese television dramas. The film version of The Ordinary World has also won several awards and recognition from international film festivals, becoming a calling card of Chinese cinema. The Ordinary World also contains thoughts and explorations on traditional Chinese culture and modern civilization. The conflict and integration of modernization and traditional culture presented in the novel allows readers to feel the complexity and diversity of Chinese society. Through the thoughts and actions of his characters, author Lu Yao expresses his respect for and appreciation of traditional culture, as well as his pursuit and exploration of modern civilization. In addition, there are many episodes and details in the novel that give readers a deep understanding of Chinese rural life and culture. For example, the recurring gate of the landlord's house is an important symbol of traditional Chinese rural culture, representing the hierarchical system and symbols of authority in feudal society. The novel also depicts the life and changes of rural families, showing the development and changes of the Chinese rural society. The Sun family has been running the agricultural production for generations, constantly innovating and improving technology, reflecting the modernization process and the development of agricultural production in the Chinese countryside. It also presents the disparity between urban and rural areas and the problems of social classes, reflecting the reality and challenges of Chinese society. In addition, the novel contains many poetic and philosophical phrases and descriptions that inspire and enlighten the reader. For example, the ordinary world is made up of ordinary people, the most valuable thing in life is emotion, and life without emotion is a desert, although we cannot change the past, we can change the future, and so on. The Ordinary World also demonstrates the complexity and diversity of human beings through the exploration of human nature and morality. The characters in the novel not only have distinct personalities and destinies, but also have complex inner worlds and moral concepts. For example, Sun Shaoan shows his strong conviction and moral integrity when faced with the choice between family and love, while Fang Xiaoping shows her independence and strong personality when faced with the conflict between family and career. These characters not only let the reader feel the complexity and diversity of human nature, but also let the reader think deeply about human morality and values. The novel also shows the development and changes of Chinese society through a review of history and culture. The novel covers nearly 40 years from the 1950s to the 1990s, reflecting the tremendous changes and developments in Chinese society. For example, the poverty and backwardness of China's rural areas, as well as the progress of modernization and improvement of life in China's rural areas after the reform and opening up. At the same time, it also reflects the problems of social stratification and urban-rural disparity in Chinese society, and calls for social concern and reform on these issues. By reflecting on and exploring the history and reality of Chinese society, it demonstrates the complexity and diversity of Chinese society and provides inspiration and ideas for its future development. The Ordinary World also touches on many important life themes and philosophical reflections. The characters and storylines in the novel allow readers to think deeply about the meaning and value of life, and the existence and dignity of human beings. For example, the love between Sun Shaoan and Fang Xiaoping makes the reader feel the purity and resilience of love and the pursuit of a better life. Sun Yao is a simple yet resolute character whose life credo, be generous and persistent, also makes the reader feel the pursuit of life and moral persistence. The characters in the novel show different attitudes and decisions when faced with choices of family, love, and career, making the reader think about the diversity of life and the uncertainty of fate. The novel also touches on human perceptions and attitudes toward nature. The characters in the novel have a close relationship with nature. Through the description of the natural environment and the interaction between the characters and nature, the author demonstrates mankind's respect and reverence for nature, and conveys the importance of protecting the environment and ecology. Through the exploration of human emotions and hearts, An Ordinary World also shows the aspirations and pursuits of human beings. The characters in the novel not only have distinct personalities and destinies, but also have complex inner worlds and emotional changes. The love between Sun Shaoan and Fang Xiaoping demonstrates the desire and persistence of human beings for true love. The father-son love between Sun Yao and Fang Yushan demonstrates the value and persistence of human beings for family and affection. The brotherly love between Sun Xiaoping and Sun Shaoan demonstrates the pursuit and value of human beings for friendship and trust. The characters and emotions in the novel allow the reader to feel the richness and profundity of human emotions and hearts, and to ponder the meaning and value of human emotions and hearts. The novel also presents the ecological environment and cultural heritage of the Chinese countryside through its depiction and exploration of the Chinese countryside. The characters and storylines in the novel provide readers with a deep understanding of Chinese rural life and culture, as well as the development and changes of rural society. For example, the recurring natural landscapes such as rice fields, mountains, forests, and rivers in the novel allow readers to feel the beauty and preciousness of the natural environment of the Chinese countryside. Rural culture and traditional customs, such as the Lunar Spring Festival, the Qingming Festival, and the Dragon Boat Festival, allow readers to understand the diversity and charm of Chinese rural culture. Through the description and exploration of Chinese villages, the importance and value of the ecological environment and cultural heritage of Chinese villages are demonstrated, and people are urged to protect and pass on these valuable resources. The Ordinary World also touches on many important social issues, such as education, marriage, family relationships, social class, and more. The love between Sun Shaoan and Fang Xiaoping reflects the collision and conflict between traditional and modern marriage concepts in China. At the same time, it also reveals the backwardness and problems of education in rural China, and calls for social attention and reform of education. The Ordinary World also shows the characteristics and problems of Chinese society and culture by reflecting on them. The characters and storyline in the novel provide readers with a deep understanding of the complexity and diversity of Chinese society and culture, and allow readers to reflect on the reality and future of Chinese society and culture. For example, the novel reflects the reality of China's rural society, such as poverty, backwardness, and inadequate education, allowing readers to understand the development and challenges of China's rural society. The novel depicts the clash and integration of traditional Chinese culture and modern civilization, allowing readers to feel the complexity and diversity of Chinese culture. The issue of social class and urban-rural disparity in China allows readers to think about the fairness and justice of Chinese society. Through reflections on Chinese society and culture, the novel shows the characteristics and problems of Chinese society and culture, and provides insights and ideas for the future development of Chinese society and culture. Through the exploration of human life and destiny, the novel shows the preciousness of human life and the uncertainty of destiny. The characters and storylines in the novel allow readers to think deeply about the meaning and value of human life, as well as the struggle and perseverance against fate. For example, Sun Shaoan and Fang Xiaoping show their conviction and courage when facing the test of fate. Sun Yao shows his openness and calmness when facing the ultimate moment of life. These characters and storylines allow readers to think deeply about the preciousness of human life and the uncertainty of fate, and provide important thoughts and insights for the preservation and respect of human life. All in all, the novel Ordinary World is a classic. Through its exploration and depiction of the reality of life and social changes in rural China, human life and destiny, the complexity and diversity of human nature, and a review of history and culture, it shows the preciousness of human life and the uncertainty of destiny, calling on people to pay attention to social issues and pursue a better life. This novel is not only a good book worth reading again and again, but also a classic work with important historical and cultural values, universal significance, and humanistic value. It has had a profound impact on the development of modern Chinese literature and social thought, and has also received widespread attention and influence around the world. It is a work that deserves deeper reflection and exploration, and an important window into Chinese society and culture.